Hello and welcome to the Big Baby Podcast. We're here with the DAIYMO, Ethan Hatchett, and our special guest this week. It's Wrist. It's Wrist, everybody.
My hour no one's everywhere. Hey folks. Hey, what's happening? How is it?
I thought we
doing?
agreed that I would speak before Wrist.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. No, yeah,
Right.
and then the usurpation barratry.
Let's just go ahead and restart it.
Okay.
Recording.
All right, here we go. And cut that. Okay. Hello and welcome to the Big Baby Podcast. Wah wah. We've got our classic host.
Wah, 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 wah.
I have to restart this again.
Have to restart it all over again.
I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, like
Yes.
I don't know how to.
Learn your
like-
place. Just wait until DAIYMO has spoken, and then you can speak.
Okay. All right.
Hello
Got
and
it.
welcome. Hello and welcome to the Big Baby Podcast. Wah wah. Here with me today, our illustrious co-host, the DAIYMO, Ethan Hatchett. How's it going, DAIYMO?
I'm Big Baby!
I'm Big Baby. And
Why did you take my line? I was gonna.
And we have
I was
our
gonna-
special guest today, Wrist.
Yeah. Hey.
Give it up for Wrist, everybody. Give it up for Wrist, everybody. It's Wrist. We're all three are here together. It's
You don't. It's okay. You don't need to. They'll give it up how they give it up.
the three of us, the trio, the action trio, are here together again. We're here to review. I think one of all of our favorite movies is one of my top favorite movies. It may be one of DAIYMO's favorite movies, and I believe it's one of Wrist's favorite movies too. We're here to review the classic Korean revenge film Oldboy. Here to review Oldboy, not the one directed by Spike Lee. That was the
greatest. Ayo, Oscar worthy.
who seems to, for some reason, hate Asian people. I don't know why Spike Lee hates Asian people for some reason, but he sure does. Any comments from our Asian person of origin about how you feel about your history being whitewashed by Spike Lee?
Yeah, that's a bit insane that he. Sorry, no, I don't mean to interject, but like he whitewashed him, right? It wasn't even like the guy wasn't even a black man. Like
That's
he might
true.
have been like a surreptitious. He was a son of Edom, you know what I'm saying. So maybe he was like the black man's black man, right? 12 tribes of Israel sense.
But we're here
I hope the
to
whole podcast is Wrist saying stuff and no one laughs.
Jesus, it just.
come on, guys. Let's get this together. Listen, okay, we can do this if we just work
No one's
together.
catching.
Remember, DAIYMO, it's yes and, not no but. Let's all work together. We can make a good show, okay, guys? We can do
The
it.
revelation of the method is here, and it involves breaking my spine live on air. I like it.
Wrist tries too hard, and sometimes we need to break him of that so we can get to the real meat of things.
What is the real meat in my wrist? What is the real meat?
We need to get to the marrow of the wrist.
the married marrow.
So Wrist came to us on his knees. He begged us to talk about Oldboy with him. He begged us for hours on end. So what do you have to say about Oldboy? Why do you want to talk about this film, Wrist?
Oh, why did I want to talk about? No, I thought it was like there's an interesting element to the movie when it comes to like it's like an early 2000s film, right? Which is it's like sort of in the there's like a certain aesthetic sensibility for like a lot of for some of the mainstream films of that time. And it has a real it has like a similarity to the Matrix in a way that I thought was going to be like a that I mentioned later. Okay, I would mention it fucking later. But yeah, that was the main reason. Like I thought, and some of the shot composition was like there were interesting things about the shot composition that was.
So your reason why you want to talk about Oldboy, from what I can gather, and can I quote you on this, is because it's like the Matrix.
Well, it has like an interesting. It has like an. Well, I might. The Haraguri. If I'm gonna be set up like Mishima, just Watashi wa. Make sure the blade is.
That's
Are you aware this is a Korean film? Your Japanese phrases hold no currency here.
That's part of it. That's part of the.
Although I think the yen is generally accepted in Korea. It's worth a little bit more than the Korean, whatever the Korean currency is. So I think the yen would be worth some. I think people would take yen in Korea.
What? No one would take fucking yen in. What the fuck are you? This is like, hello, yes, I will pay with the Dalits India. Like what the fuck are you talking about?
Gahoole is saying that all Asian currency.
No, you can't now pivot to him. No. You have to keep up with this.
Yeah, I'll answer your point. What I'm saying is the Korean currency is so much lower in value than the Japanese yen because Korea is a trash country with like worthless economy.
Well, Korea is a spiraled satanic hellscape. It's a.
Ondangchuk, Big Sol Chinmur, Big Maku.
Dosu desu ka onimashi, but we don't know what we're saying. You don't know what you're saying, like
J Balvin.
That can't be the refrain, man. That can't be. Okay, like no. Like what the?
But well, should we explain
This
to
was a
everyone?
mistake.
Should we explain to everyone what the movie Oldboy is about? Should we explain it to everyone?
Should we summarize? Should we?
Yeah.
Yo.
I'll summarize the movie Oldboy for everyone. Okay.
On the Big Baby podcast, we're gonna epically summarize the movie Oldboy for all of the Chondalite, fucking some vermin audience that can't fucking use a Google search. Well,
yes.
Not even that would be a good thing.
So, for people who don't know, Oldboy is a 2003 film directed by Park Chan-wook. It is set in Korea, and it revolves around Odesu, the character Odesu, being abducted and trapped in a hotel room for 15 years, and then he's released 15 years later. And it's about him discovering why.
It's sort of like a snapshot of Gahoole's life. It's sort of like a snapshot of the first 19 years of Gahoole's life.
My favorite part is when we went down to Orlando the first time, Gahoole ate a live octopus 6 times to get the take right. That was a cool part.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is that he was
Gahoole's
still
life.
in. They had to transpose the apartment that Gahoole was in there. Like that was he did it. Like he couldn't leave.
You know what? I don't like being bullied by you, Rist. I'm not a fan of this. I just wanted to, take a look at and review this movie, which is in essence about bullying. If we want to go back to bullying, because in the end, the twist of the movie is that Odesu was abducted by someone he bullied in his childhood, because he spread a rumor around that this girl was fucking her brother, which she was. And then she killed herself. And that's the big twist at the end of the movie. Is that what it's all about?
Well, that's not the only big twist at the end of the movie.
No, there's more twists.
The brother, of course, sets up this elaborate scheme in which Odesu has sex with his own daughter. That's the big twist of the film. Incest is wincest, as Gahoole likes to say.
We didn't have to give that up, right? Like the hazing, goes so far. That was the agreement. No, it's alright.
I think what's interesting with the movie is when you explain the plot out, like in beat by beat, and you explain the twist, it just kind of sounds silly and like ridiculous. But
the plot is silly.
But
it's based on a manga that no one really liked, but it was turned into this awesome, like thriller, revenge, horror type film. But as far as I've never read the manga, but as far as I know, like no one likes the manga. It's not widely respected. No one likes it.
But what does that matter? Like you make lemonade out of lemons, you know?
Well, what's interesting is how well this movie uses tension and drama and pacing. Like, its execution as a film is what makes the story great and what makes the film great. I think the actual story itself, like the actual basis of the story, not that interesting, but the scripting, the pacing, the uncovering of the mystery, like trying to figure out what's going on, how it's revealed, the way it treats itself, it's all almost perfect, I would say, right? Like it's one of my favorite movies, I will say. I have a very vivid experience of watching this film for the first time. I was watching it with my my cousin, who's just like a normal person. He's like a weird film freak, right? And
as opposed to us. As opposed to the audience members,
they were shocked by the end of it, and they were like kind of like disgusted, but they also were they really enjoyed it. They still really loved it because it was like, wow, that was like, it was something that they had never would have seen. They probably would have seen if I didn't show it to them, and they really appreciated that because it's so good. It's I think. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. Go ahead. No, you're good.
He wouldn't have said anything important anyway.
Yeah, I wasn't saying anything.
I'm gonna fucking. No, go ahead. Go. No.
I think it's like its execution, especially. I would say this. It is. I think we were discussing this last time. What movie we'd like to watch again for the first time? If I could go back and watch, this would be like the one movie I'd want to watch again for the first time, not knowing anything. Because I rewatched it recently, and it's still an excellent film, and the pacing and the drama is great. Knowing the ending doesn't ruin the film, but also watching for the first time is like it's an extremely exhilarating experience, and it's hard to recapture that. I also almost feel bad for anyone who hasn't seen the movie that we spoiled it already, but like I mean, how it handles the reveals and like all the shots.
Nah, I don't. Yeah. The big part of it is the execution, right? The big part of it is the fact that like the way the shots are set up are not something that like we can just like fucking. I mean, we can like do a fucking painting shot of whatever, right? But it's not the same as like
I can
even
say
the beginning is so innocuous, like in relation to how it like culminates, right? Like that's a big part of it, I think.
Yeah.
Park Chan-wook said he wanted the movie not to be experienced intellectually or emotionally, but to be felt physically, which I think that's one thing you can say about Oldboy is it hits you viscerally. So we can explain every shot of the film, every plot point, but it's not the same as watching it because the impact of everything put together you feel it. I think that's something that makes it very unique.
Yeah.
I completely agree with that. That's really. I didn't know that he had said that's really interesting because I think that's what I was trying to say was like this. I could go back in time and experience it for the first time, even if I had already known the plot. Even if you tell someone the plot, it's not going to affect probably too much their first time viewing because, like you were saying, like I want to go back and feel how I felt the very first time watching it. And I don't think upon rewatching, I don't get that exact same feeling every time. It's not less, it's just different. Like I notice more stuff, I notice more details and stuff, which is interesting, but it's not as raw as that like first like slap in the face viewing, you know? I haven't seen any other Park Chan-wook's film. Have you guys seen anything else he's done? This is the only movie I've seen that he's made.
I've seen every one of his films except for like there's 3 of them. Like I'm a Cyborg and That's Okay, and some of his early work I haven't seen.
I don't remember. Like I don't remember. It's the Stoker sounds like so familiar to me. Like I might have watched it back in the day, but I don't remember anything about it. But that would be the only thing that I had potentially seen because it was like his English release thing, and I hadn't really been into like foreign films at the time, so that was the only thing. But potentially, but I don't remember fuck all about it. So
yeah, I haven't seen The Moon Is the Sun's Dream, Trio, Stoker, or I'm a Cyborg, but That's Okay. But everything else I've seen.
Okay, but you know, have you seen his most important English release? His American producing debut, Snowpisser, the greatest train film of all time.
I have, and it's interesting to talk about. He did produce it. It's directed by Bong Joon-ho.
Are you bullshitting?
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's interesting because Oldboy kicked off the Korean New Wave, and everybody loves Bong Joon-ho and his film Parasite, but Park Chan-wook, as far as Korean films, is like head and shoulders above a lot of these other directors that came out of the Korean New Wave.
Their names are not head and shoulders above everything. This is like, the names are kind of bad.
Yes.
Like his names.
I'm with you 100%. I enjoy what's it called? I enjoy Bong Joon-ho's work. I like Parasite, and I liked Snow Pizza. But and I didn't actually enjoy. People love The Host. I'm not a big fan of The Host, but he's not like Park. I mean, Oldboy's another level of great film. It's like one of the best. It's one of the best movies of all time, maybe, and it's hard to like compare. It's like up there, you know. It's fucking crazy.
All of his films have they're very succinct and tight. Like a lot of Bong Joon-ho's films, I feel like, kind of wander and are unfocused. But all of Park Chan-wook's films are very focused, and they don't tend to be very long and like masturbatory. They're just to the point, and they hit you like a punch to the face. That's why I really respect him as a filmmaker.
That's kind of ironic because Oldboy is 2 hours long and has a scene where someone masturbates in it. So it literally is long and masturbatory.
Jesus Christ.
I will walk. I'll leave.
The talent will like the stage left. The finest talent.
By the way, I gotta say, when you Google Oldboy, you look at the cast photos. The actress who plays Mito looks like she's like a man in her photo on Google. It's really weird looking. You have to see this. I'll screen share it with you guys, and I'll pull this up.
You're right.
In the video as well for you to watch.
Is this more of your transpiracy thing?
Look at this photo. Look at this.
The investigative files.
The actual photo looks totally normal.
Expanding nonstop.
Looks totally normal here.
If you go to Google's computer, you will see files and files of Michelle Obama mid-walking.
Yeah, Michelle Obama's strange gait. Michelle Obama hip displacement ? You know? Yeah, no, that's absolutely.
But look at this photo.
That's absolutely fair.
Look at this weird
photo.
And
I think it's correct.
And look at this photo.
Yeah, but she might just be like, they're all sort of, you know, of the same disposition, right? They're all kind of like
I thought she had. I actually thought she had gone like transition. She'd become a he/him or something. But she just looks totally normal. She looks fine. But it's just a weird fucking photo for Google to choose for this lady. I just feel kind of bad for her. You know, it's kind of awful for her.
It's a bad photo, but I don't think she looks like a man. I'm sorry, Google.
It's
the androgyny. He signed up for it anyway.
DAIMO's got those Asian eyes because he can spot other Asians. You know, he can see he can discern them better. Unlike me as a white man, I can't discern them as well.
Yeah, he has a racial advantage.
You know what? I'm not going to engage in this schizophrenic behavior. That's it for a different episode.
I don't agree. I think, no, but like, if you were trapped in a room for 15 years, you'd go schizo, right? So like, why shouldn't this be an instance where you engage?
Okay. Let's keep it together.
Fucking. This is like I'm trapped in the room. This is like I'm trapped in for 15 years. That's okay. That's all right.
It's okay. It is what it is. But is there any moments like what's your but I guess let's exclude like the hammer scene in the hallway. What's like your favorite moments from the film? What's like your favorite scene?
My favorite scene is the end.
Well, yeah.
Where he's begging, that sort of confrontation I think is really powerful. Just the juxtaposition of their reactions. And in that scene, you sort of realize, because you think you're watching a revenge film from Odae-su's perspective, but you really are watching a revenge film from the other character's perspective, the antagonist, which I think is really interesting.
I like everything being put together, like the way they go around and they piece everything like into a place. It's like I think that's pretty Right, I don't know, like the way it builds, and actually the other scene where he's like where he initially gets confronted by whoever the fuck the guy is who's like fucking with him, like in the apartment, right? And he tells him that, like, look, we've got your, because you're over here, we've got your girl, and then it goes back, and it's like there's this moment of absolute, like this is the end sort of horror, right? Like a realistic thing where it's like this, like there was no reason that he should walk away from that, right? There's no, like, that's one of the first signs, actually, I think, that there's a different sort of ploy for what's going on. That the fact when he's like tied up and they're about to just fucking beat his fucking head in, like they all like he gets the call and it's just like, boo, oh, time to walk away. All right, bet, we'll do that. And that's like a completely incongruous thing to what normally happens, right? And yeah, I think like that, like them piecing everything together. It's like the whole, like every restaurant, like striking off all the restaurants, right? Like and the way those scenes are chopped up, like the way it's like just it's the correct sort of montage use of, like, this is the crescendoing gain towards a revelation of some sort. I think it's a really good use of that. So yeah, that sort of stuff is like. I enjoy that element immensely.
Okay, that's cool. It's really interesting, man. I really appreciate. You know, my favorite scene in the movie is. My favorite scene in the movie is I like in the scene. I like the scene where, like, back in, like, the flashback where the girl falls off, like throws herself off the bridge. I believe, is it a bridge or a dam? She throws herself off. I can't forget. But
I think it's a dam. I think it's a dam.
Yeah, I thought
you're talking about the end, with, like, you're talking about the end sequence where he's, like, in the elevator and he, like, sees.
And she's crying. Yeah, I like that scene, but I also I like a lot. I like the flashback scenes from when they're kids. I like the way, like, how, like, differently it's shot, and, like, kind of like the color tone, like the mood, and like kind of like how like they edit it. It's just like both, like, the way the shot composition, the editing, like everything, like, changes so much in the flashbacks without doing like a cheesy, like, black and white or like sepia filter thing. I really like that, how like different they made the time period.
Oh yeah, because it's cutting between him being an adult and him being a kid, right? Like yeah, where he's, like, going up the stairs and everything,
yeah,
and, like, and glancing into the squad, like the Escher, like that's.
But, like, the way, like, they like depict like him,
and it doesn't yet.
The way they make like the same area feel kind of like a normal, like, regular place for the kid to be in, but, like, super alien and weird for, like, the adult to be in. I just think that's
right,
really
right.
I think they just convey that so well, like, with the visuals. It's really excellent. I really am a big fan of that.
I liked all the various surreal elements, like the bugs and all the different stuff, to kind of make normal areas seem more chaotic and weird. I know the director said that Franz Kafka was one of his major influences as a filmmaker.
So you say this film was Kafka-esque?
I would never say that.
Well, by omission.
I haven't read anything by Kafka. What did he write?
He wrote Ayo, I'll be changing. I'll be changing shit. That's the pigeon. The big bug. The big bug. That's the pigeon translation. It's the pigeon British translation. I'll be changing his shit.
What's a book about a bug?
Well, he was a guy.
What?
He was Tupac. He was Tupac, and he transmogrified into a not roach, into a. Forget if he's a. I think Tupac was Crippen. I don't fucking remember. I don't know about blacks. or anything about blacks.
Stop talking like you know about blacks, Senris. Don't you talk too much like a black. You talking? You shouldn't talk a black guy if you don't know about the black.
I shouldn't. Yeah, I shouldn't gainsay. I shouldn't. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. That's right. That's definitely fair.
Hmm.
Like all his films, I really appreciate how rich the color was in all of the shots. Just Korean films in general seem to have such a rich color palette they use in all their films. You don't have a lot of gray, like desaturated films coming out of Korea.
You're right, actually. But despite this film feeling very gritty and feeling very like dark, you know, it doesn't actually use grays. It uses a lot of like muted greens or browns instead, which I think works better. I think it makes it more interesting.
Blue and red, especially.
Yeah. If you compare this, we should have done an old versus new with the new one. I would have watched the new one. I've never seen the Spike Lee one, but I imagine it's actual trash.
You should not. Well, like the fucked up part about the Spike Lee one is the ending. Like that's the real like problem, because the ending just is. It's like here's the twist on the twist, and it's like you should not twist the twist. It's like one of those things, right, where he feels like he needs to innovate on a.
What's the difference about Spike Lee's ending?
The Spike Lee ending, it's like, well, like he fucks his daughter, but it's not this element of like there's no. I think it's like how this is done, where it's like, oh, I got you, and he blows his brains out. It's not this thing about like, here is the revenge you were looking to have that did not come to fruition.
Wrist,
right? It was actually
wrist. You're roboting really bad.
Yeah.
Can you just like
what? Sorry.
Give it your connection went bad, so you're roboting for me, so I couldn't hear what you were saying. So we're gonna cut.
Oh, that's my bad.
Can you start from the beginning? I'll just cut that part out. Okay.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Yeah. No, that's good. So it was the. The difference in the films is like the Spike Lee ending. There isn't. It's not pointed out like the revenge being it's not a point about being Dae-soo's revenge being like actually. I can't remember the other guy's name because I'm a fucking idiot. The other guy's revenge, right? Like it's not like him hiding his revenge in the other guy's like pursuit of everything. Right, it's just like, oh, I got one over. In the Spike Lee film, it's like, oh, I got one over on you, and then the guy, boom, blows his brains out. And then the white dude is sad, I fuck my daughter, who I leave the diamonds to her, and I go back into the room, which is like completely not the point, right? It's like, at the very end of the movie, at the very end of the original Oldboy, right, it's like you have that scene where it's like he gets his tongue like sliced out, he's like unable to speak. And it's like the reason you don't want to talk about something like that, right? Like if that's something that you truly, thoroughly experience, there's no place to have a conversation about it. There's no place to like evocate anything about it, because it's never going to change like the actual horror of that of how that circumstance came to be. It's like the truest. It's like as a tragedy, it ties itself up in a knot. Right, and at the end of the Spike Lee movie, just like, oh, I'm back where I started again, and it's like, bruh, that's like not the. I'm sorry, I'm talking cool Spike Lee man, but it's not the point. It's not the inflection of why like Oldboy is a tragedy, right? It's a tragedy because no one. It's a tale of perfect human waste, like wasted everything, you know, like time, potential, space, being. The other guy like puts a bullet. He's got everything. He's got like a whole palatial seeing pool or whatever, right? And Dae-soo's cutting his tongue out like right there, you know, like and hypnotizing himself to get away.
And the villain even unlocked Dae-soo's potential, because in the beginning he was just like a fuck up drunk. But
right, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Through the power
the first scene, it's like
you allowed him to become more than what he was.
Yeah. Yeah, for the power of putting you in a fucking room for 15 years and raping your brain by like imprisoning you, right? Like yeah. He actually does like mold him into a fucking better. It's like kind of horrifying, because like that whole first part, right, where it's just like you see and it's like blah, blah, he's all jittery and he's got a wife and it's like everything about his life is like, you know, on the skitters, you know, like that sort of thing, and it's like. All of that is missing from the Spike Lee thing. It's very much missing like the real the accentuating elements that make the human tragedy like really fucking impactful. I think that's the biggest problem, and it just misunderstands that.
I think
Realistically.
I think it's bad because Spike Lee's shit at everything he does. He's never made it.
I think that was really insightful by Wrist. Please cut it out so no one knows how insightful and like coherent that was. Please cut that out of the final edit. Thank you.
Yeah, please, yo, don't let him oversee me, bro. Like, don't let him get over on me, bro. Yeah, maybe who's the talent now? Okay, real name? Who knows my real name? I think it's Liquid Dunn. But shit, fuck, you gotta cut that out too, Gahoole, please. Please don't let them know I'm Liquid Dunn, please. Please don't, man.
No, you're not Liquid Dunn. You're Solid Dunn. You're the real Brian Dunn.
You're just done in this business.
Oh no, Diddy. I'm just done in the entertainment. You're out of here. You're nothing. Yeah, but.
Well, I think it's a good succinct. Does anyone have anything else more to say about Oldboy? Does anyone have any closing remarks they want to make?
It's on Netflix and I actually have the 4K version of it on Netflix. That's a great. If you want to check it out for the first time, that's a great way to do it.
Yeah, or you can download the 4K version from your local pirate site, or you could go to your library and rent the Blu-ray or DVD. I'm sure they'll have it in stock.
Or you go to tvchan.mo/TV where it will be stayed on the top thread. Breaking the law.
I'll generate a 140 like a 100p WebM. That'll be the whole movie, and you'll be able to watch the whole thing.
The entire film.
It'll be like an 8 megabyte file, kind of like you ever see like Kung Pao WebM? That's the whole movie. It'll just be that. Watch the whole movie. It's a little picture.
That's what we should have. Why didn't we talk about Kung Pao? Who suggested?
We'll talk
about this shit?
I'll talk about Kung Pao right now. It's the greatest comedy ever made. It's the funniest movie of all time. Maybe is Kung Pao better than Oldboy? That's a real debate. I would say yes.
I haven't seen I haven't seen Kung Pao.
What?
I haven't seen the movie.
You're gonna watch Kung Pao. That's my favorite movie of all time. And next time we do an episode, you're gonna review Kung Pao. Okay. Okay.
I've already decided I don't like it just based on your enthusiasm.
That's okay. That's okay. But
why would you wait? Why would that's? You should watch Kung Pao. You really haven't. That's bullshit. I don't believe you haven't seen Kung Pao.
He hasn't.
You're being a contrarian.
That's why he's such a
Kelly
horrible stick. He's a horrible stick in the mud.
Kelly.
He can't be happy because he hasn't watched Kung Pao yet.
I've thought about watching it before, but I just haven't. Is it by the same people who made Shaolin Soccer?
No.
I haven't watched that either.
It's by the guy who made Jimmy Neutron, right? By the guy who made Jimmy Neutron and
wait, he made Jimmy Neutron? That's kind of fucking crazy.
And Napoleon Dynamite.
Jimmy Neutron.
And he made Napoleon Dynamite.
Holy! Look at DAIYMO violating himself from enjoyable experiences just because.
It's Steve Oding.
I want the record to show that Rich started this recording by shoving something up his ass.
Wait, no! What the fuck? That's not what happened. That's not like.
That's a good fit.
You also remember back at the barnyard.
Yeah,
he did that.
This is perfidy. This is slander.
I'm gonna give you the quick filmography of.
Why are you but? Shh. No, don't. You're giving Brian Dunn his quick. No, you're giving his quick. You're giving Brian Dunn his quick filmography of the next 3 weeks.
Yes. Okay. Here's what was written by Steve Odenkirk. Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls. The Nutty Professor, Jimmy Neutron, Patch Adams. He wrote Patch Adams. He wrote the Thumb Wars movies, like those thumb movies. He wrote Kung Pao Enter the Fist. He wrote Santa vs. the Snowman 3D. He wrote Bruce Almighty, the Barnyard Show.
Oh wow, okay, he's got some.
He wrote Cowboys and Aliens. Remember Cowboys and Aliens?
Ugh.
That was him. Wow. He hasn't made a movie since 2000. He hasn't made a movie since like the 2000s. He's been
probably a reason for that.
It's probably he probably took it outside. He probably went behind the barnyard. Did the older.
I think my favorite comedy movie is Top Secret! Exclamation point.
It's not as good as Kung Pao. They both have cows in them. Though.
I don't
That's
have
funny.
an opinion.
Interesting.
We always return. We always return to the past. You know.
Oh, but to finish off on Oldboy, I suppose before we go, you should definitely watch it. Park Chan-wook's newest film is coming out on Netflix. He's producing. He's not directing it, but he's producing and wrote it. It's gonna be out at the end of this year. I don't know what else. It's about the Japanese invasion of Korea, so it'll be about your ancestors' time. That'll be interesting.
His latest film is A Decision to Leave, and it was pretty good. Came out a couple years ago.
Did it come out a couple years ago?
Yeah, 2022. Exactly.
Wow, you're right. It's cool. I haven't watched it.
2 whole years.
But yeah, I'm definitely a big fan of Oldboy. Excellent film. Definitely give it a watch if you haven't. And before we wrap up this episode, before we wrap this episode,
before we abseil into the
You can't say those type of words. It activates wrists, and he gets too horny.
Why do you like? That's not. It's just like it's not how it's going, man. Like it's just you gotta say things, right? Sometimes I say things, sometimes I don't. It is what it is. But
what have you watched?
What you said before wrapping it up?
Well, before we wrap this episode up, Riss, what did you have you watched anything good recently? Any movies you've seen in the theater, or anything you recommend? Anything you've seen?
Hell, anything I've watched recently, I always recommend Suburban Nights.
Okay.
I always recommend Suburban Nights.
Classic.
Perennial classic. Other than anything I've fucking seen, no, I haven't. Honest God, I haven't seen anything.
Did you see the American Society of Magical Negroes?
That's what we should have gone. I don't think I needed to. I think I had the Akashic record in. Like I think I knew. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody knew that movie was gonna be like.
Yeah.
I read a little bit about that film.
Did they pull it from theaters?
Is it like?
They didn't. They just no one would go see the movies. No one would go see the movie because
I thought I saw something where they pulled it from theaters.
You know, I think that concept, though, I think the actual concept of that film played straight would be fucking funny. Like, you know what I mean?
I'm with you, 100%.
Like, what people had to make to watch people happy, but really play straight, not like some bullshit. Like it would actually be fucking funny, right?
I'm with you 100% on that.
That sounds like a Pootie Tang thing. Yeah.
I think it'd be super funny to see like a. I think like the idea, I think like Black Harry Potter. People like I think Black people like to have their own Harry Potter. I think it would be a positive move.
Have you ever seen Undercover Brother?
No.
No.
It's sort of it's like Black James Bond. Pretty funny.
It sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I presume the thing that fucked with that film is that it's kind of like. It's just, I mean, besides all the other fucking stupid bullshit, it's like you don't understand like what straight concept looks like.
You're kind of cutting in and out.
It's like, yo.
You're kind of cutting in and out.
God damn it! Whatever. Yeah, no. What the straight concept of that looks like?
It's got Ludacris in it.
Is Luda?
He's in what's it called? Fast and Furious.
Have I seen this? I might have seen this fucking film. Yeah, I think it's silly to do a movie. I think I don't know. Maybe if I were to speculate on how the sort of film industry might pivot. I know you guys. I listened to a little bit of the Civil War thing you guys were talking about. I feel like the pivot is kind of like going back into like sort of. Maybe playing those like these concepts sort of like straighter in that way, right? Like not as just fucking like we know the exact beats of how it's going to play out because it has to like appease X, Y, and Z, like in that sort of way, right? Like the straighter sort of element of it. I think It just kind of sucks because that movie would be just massively fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
The name already is just like is just perfect, right? It's just fucking perfect.
I think the name is the main reason it failed the box office. I don't think any self-respecting white person is going to ask for the N-word in a movie theater. They price out the liberal white woman by putting the actual N-word in the movie, and because of that, there's the only person who goes black people are not going to see the American Society of Magical Negroes. Only liberal white women are.
Right.
And so they price black people are all going to see fucking, you know, I don't know what people, some fucking dumb action movie or whatever the fuck, the bee, you're going to see The Beekeeper with Jason Statham because they like seeing shooting happen.
Right. Please.
I would like to see. I think they should bring blaxploitation films back. I think that it's time. I think you know, doing like black versions of movies. I think that's a good idea. Actually, like actual black Harry Potter, but like a funny like comedy version of it. That'd be really good.
Like Driving Miss Daisy, but the black version.
yeah, where it's where she's got to be driven because she lost her license because she was driving drunk too much.
Right.
I lost my license because, you know, I was trying to get my baby to the office, but they pulled me over, and that's no good.
That ain't right, man. That ain't cool, man.
Yeah.
That ain't good, man.
I'm gonna do a black voice.
Like,
if anybody's wondering.
What, you should not stop. Like, do it and then don't stop forever. Like,
let's
make
do
it.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it, bro.
Speaking of doing a black voice and not stopping, I watched Tropic Thunder for the first time today.
Oh, did you watch? What do you think of it?
It was pretty good. Pretty funny.
It's pretty funny. What was your favorite? Did you like the guy who's in blackface?
Yeah, I liked it when he played Iron Man.
I was actually a bigger fan.
Himself in iron.
I thought I was a big fan of Tom Cruise and Jew-Face. I thought that was a lot funnier. You played that very he got like the.
Well, he's humble Harv, right?
Was he like wearing fake hands? His whole body.
Yeah, I think
it was like an entire bodysuit on him. It was like nothing was legitimate about his physical appearance.
That's in real life too.
I think the whole thing was that he was supposed to be like they're riffing on our good friend Humble Harv, right? Which would normally be a crime against humanity, commissioned for extermination by the new regime. But you know,
Stiller's got the pass though.
He did it all right. He's got the pass.
He's got the pass. He can do what he wants. Speaking of Ben Stiller, have either of you guys seen what's it called? He had a new TV show on Apple TV. Severance, yeah. Have you seen Severance Wrist?
No, God, no. No, I don't watch like fucking anything. Honest to God, I don't even watch TV. I read Braille.
I saw Severance. I told you to watch Severance, nerd.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Yeah, I was the one who made you bring that up to us, okay?
I actually wrote this down for you to say, nerd.
Say it! Do it! It slams you in the locker.
Jeez, 2005. What's your problem?
2005 something awful millennial disposition. That's my bad.
Wrist has unchecked Tourette's.
No, it's check Tourette's. That's my secret.
I've got Checkum Tourette's. Remember when you were check those digits? Dubs man. Remember that, guys? Yeah.
Wrist has check Tourette's. CZECH Tourette's.
Czechoslovakian.
Yeah.
Wait, it doesn't make sense to us. It does in some cultures.
Wrist, would you like some sleeve bits?
Because I speak some potato slosh language. Is that what you're saying? Are you saying everything I say is vodka fueled?
No, sleeve of it's fueled. Sleeve of it's fueled.
Okay.
The plum brandy.
Oh, yeah.
That's what everyone, all the people in Czech Republic drink. Have you? But I would recommend Severance to you, Rest. It was a very good show. It's interesting. It was a very fascinating show, actually.
If I have the time, I will.
The guy from Parks and Recreation, your favorite show, in it.
I know how much you love Parks and Recreation.
Why?
You're always talking about it. You always print out Leslie Knope memes and put them all over your works area.
Are you talking to me or Gahoole? Like,
no, to you, Riz.
Think about me. No, what the? No way. Stop. My secret.
we were talking to
Not
Riz
even
the other day,
revealing
and he's
anything about
like,
me.
"Sorry,
Not
man,
revealing anything about you're not even doing it.
I can't
No.
talk today. I've got my annual 3-hour Parks and Rec
I've
binge.
got the I can't nope against the nope. Okay, I can't nope the nope. I have to
It's Yep time. It's
post
Leslie.
the nope.
I'm Leslie Yep is what I am, and he loves rum. He loves
Hashtag.
He loves Nick Offerman as Ron
Rich was
Swanson.
late to this recording because he was watching the episode where Leslie meets Joe Biden again.
That can't be real. There's no way. I have to see it then. Like you told me about hidden media. This is like what the fuck was it? This is like I don't fucking know. Whatever. I don't know.
You don't know. He's got some tongue tied just thinking about the episode with Chris Pratt, and Aubrey Plaza confess their love for each other for the first time.
Holy. Okay. No. You know what? You know what was crazy? I am actually I think I am vodka brain because when you said Parks and Recreation, I associated it with Arrested Development, and I had a totally different image of who you were talking about.
Oh.
Let me tell you something, Riz. Bitches love 30-minute NBC comedies. Bitches love them.
15 to...
They like the intro. They like the cold open. They like the
They like the cold open. They like the...
They like the midpoint resolution. They like the outro, and then they like the credit. That's what they like. They like the formula. Bitches love 30-minute NBC.
The formula.
Comedy.
We definitely... And what we need now more than ever is an appeal to women in this country.
Bitches love mockumentary style workplace comedies.
Yeah.
Bitches love
for the sake of
3 hours. Bitches love 2-hour revenge films where the character fucks his daughter.
Bitches love 3-hour flat Earth apologetics. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Did I ever tell you about my
Foodland faking?
This person's no longer associated with me and my family, but at one point I had a family member come up to me and we were at a place and he just like,
hold on, pause. I feel like we need a lot more information than what we're getting.
So
actually I feel like it's time for us to dox you.
Gathering.
Okay?
This is
I'm from the ACLU and I'm incredibly interested in telemetrizing where your family member is.
Shh. I'm telling the story. Story time. My time to tell a story, okay? So
hell then, you fucking...
I went up and he came up to me and we were at this family gathering and he knows there's a globe on the side. I'm like sitting on the like on a table, it's a decorative globe, and he held it up to me and said, look at this, Patrick, look at this, and he held it underneath the sink and turned the water on and it's like, look, the water just falls off. It doesn't make any sense.
That's the fucked up thing about that is it's so fucking true. It's not even funny,
so true,
man.
so true, so true. He's so right.
Fucking true, man.
I'm
sorry. I don't want to get loud. My bad. I don't want to get like upset.
You don't want to wake your mom up. Oh, I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry for speaking too loud, Mom. I'm doing a podcast, Mom. I'm doing a podcast, Mom.
Yeah, precisely.
Why hasn't flat Earth stuff like caught on more?
It has. You just don't understand the truth.
What do you mean by like caught on? Like it's like been successful, or like, people don't agree? Like what do you mean? Like in like a
well, like when I was a child, like the Black Israelite stuff was very fringe. Now it's like in like there's rap albums about it. Like it's very mainstream now. But flat Earth has always stayed like the most fringe weirdos. Why hasn't that become more mainstream?
I think because they're employed by Quantico, but that might just be, my tinfoil hat conspiracy because they're just so fucking nuts.
What do we need to do to get flat Earth on the ground? We need to get flat Earth off the ground and into space, over the ice wall.
Over the ice wall, yeah. Grassroots over the ice wall. That's what it is. It's time. We have to stump.